Alright, gonna do a weather video update for Eclipse Day 2024. We're looking at the GFS American model for April 6th, our area of concern, and I got a new little pen thingy now. This guy right here. We want to see this guy take off this way and sweep a front across here, and that's gonna leave us clear back here. Alright, now this run of the GFS doesn't so much as do that. This thing's kind of annoying, this pen thing. This runs a little different. It travels this thing to the west. But this is the time of the eclipse right here. And we see that even with it doing that a little farther west track, we got a cold front. Or a front right about there, and where we're planning to watch the eclipse is right there, so that would leave it with pretty clear skies. Anything behind that pink line right there would be pretty clear skies on the 8th at eclipse time. As that thing continues to pull off, and it will dissipate, and then another storm system forms down here. Wait, what? I don't know what that is. That was about in the right place, but I don't know where that came from. Another storm system develops down here on the 9th and 10th, and that one pulls across the country. This one becomes pretty strong, actually, but doesn't really affect our weather for the 8th, for the eclipse. See that develop and possibly be a severe weather event across the southeast on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But that one's not that important to us. Let's look at the European model, which is a more believable solution because it's in agreement with all these other solutions recently. We see our little storm developing right there. And this one's going to pull it more off to the north and west. Oh, I was in the wrong storm. See, this one's going to pull it off to more of the north, actually, and not west, east. I always get those backwards for some reason when I do these videos. You see there, that's 12Z, so that's about the time that the eclipse starts. You see our front has swung. That was a terrible line. Our front has swung past our viewing area, down in this area once again. And that leaves pretty clear skies here on the back side of that. So that would be a good scenario, and that's what most of the models have been showing as of late. Let's go ahead and look at the Canadian model here. Absolutely a very similar scenario. We see our little storm system has made it up to here, and this is at the time of the eclipse, and our little frontal boundary right about there. Leaving us again with clear skies back in this area, so that would be a ideal scenario. See if I can ride that backwards a little bit to where that little storm tries to initialize there on the 7th. You see it swing that front out, a weakening front on the 8th, and towards eclipse time here it clears out and begins to dissipate, which is beautiful. And then that second storm starts to develop a little farther to the south and gets a pretty intense line of storms there across the southeast, going on to Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week, which we don't care about at this point. So that's about the synopsis of where storms are looking to develop. Watching that storm that's going to form right over here on the 7th, that guy right there. That little storm forms right over here, moves up this way is the general idea, and then sweeps the front across over here so that it can clear us out and we can get a view of the Great American Eclipse, as it's been called now. Alright, what about temperatures? Temperatures. Wrong one. Temperatures on Eclipse Day. I think this is the county we're looking at. I don't want that, whatever that is. 67 degrees based on the GFS, 73 on the Euro. The multi-model consensus is reading 70 degrees, so it's going to be a warm one up there, but still a nice day. So, Canadian model is the only other one that's worth looking at. 73 degrees, so we're right up in that 70 degree area for a high. We should be waking up in the lower 50s in the morning, and same deal for Tuesday morning, probably lower 50s, maybe a little bit lower into the upper 40s. But right now temperatures are looking about as ideal as they can be for the trip we have planned, and the cloud cover is looking pretty decent also. Here's the latest cloud cover map from the Canadian Ensemble. These numbers are up just a hair from the last time that I talked to y'all on these videos. 40% or so, maybe up to 45% cloud coverage down here in our viewing area. I don't know why it's so high, because the Canadian model right now is actually showing it being pretty clear. These are ensembles. These are averages of the last 4 model runs. The American, which is always an overachiever, is going to show things in the 50 to 60% range, which is still okay. We'll still be able to see some breaks in the clouds, but I don't think it's going to be that cloudy right now. The gut feeling based on these forecast models is it's going to be pretty clear. And that's what the National Weather Service blend, which takes a whole bunch of models, and actually meteorologists look at them and then produce this map. And this one's showing in our area 30% cloud coverage, and that's very believable at this point in time. I like that map. So that's about it for the eclipse coverage. Rain chances are down into the teens and 20% range, 14% upwards to 25% down there in our viewing area on that Canadian model. European is actually less, I believe, 15 to 20%. Yep. Weather Service isn't going to have that option. And the only other thing we got going on today is some monster hail and possibly some tornadoes also. This moderate risk area right here, where in Oklahoma the storms are starting to pop up there already. We also have a pretty good tornado risk, a 10% hatched area right there. That means that there's a 10% chance of there being an EF2 to EF5 tornado within 25 miles of any given point in that hatched area, and that's a pretty significant number. It doesn't seem like it, but it is. And this storm system that's traveling across the country right now is pretty significant, and will also pose a pretty good threat tomorrow as it moves across. And day 3, it's out of here. I would expect to see something like this, but a little farther south next week. It's way too early to say that just yet, but oh man, there's a 15% hatched area tomorrow on tornado risk, and that's going to increase probably, because it usually does as we get closer to the event. So some major severe weather across the country tonight and tomorrow. Got the radar up here. Already getting reports of 2-inch hail over here, 53 mile an hour straight line winds in northern Texas. Wind damage to a steel building. That's great news. This looks like a supercell right here. That could turn into a tornadic cell at any time. Radar indicated 2-inch hail on that one. And see, this radar doesn't go this far north. You see all the thunderstorm warnings up. We got a tornado warning up here. 71 mile an hour wind gust with that storm down there. I'd like to go up there and take a look at that tornado warning real quick. These thunderstorms aren't looking quite as impressive, but they haven't encountered the jet yet. And that's when they are actually going to start to explode and become dangerous. Well, they're dangerous already with 2-inch hail, but there's been people saying there could be up to softball size hail tonight. Where'd the warnings go? We're not close enough yet. This might be our radar for over there. St. Louis. So this tornado warning is in Missouri. Somewhat close to where we're planning on going. If I can get the image to download here. Of course it's going to take forever. Yeah, it's not going to come up. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's actually an isolated cell, so that could produce a pretty significant tornado, possibly. Yeah, the rotation's not that well defined. There's definitely a little bit of a couplet right in that area, but nothing that would scare me right away. That's what they were looking at right there. That's what prompted the warning. Let's see if this oh yeah, this warning's already expired. So, but there's going to be a lot more of those tonight. There's a tornado vortex signature on this one. Now that's just because of that's not real. And look at the hail that storm that possibly produced the tornado. 1.75 inch hail reported, 1.75, 1 inch, 0.7 inch. Just now we got a 1 inch report. So yeah, we got some significant severe weather that's going to continue to occur up here in this area. Our main focus is actually down here in southern Missouri and northern Louisiana, is that? Or Arkansas, that is. And then a little bit back into Oklahoma, as we saw on that SPC map there. The tornado risk is hard to keep on the map. Right through Missouri there, a little corner of Arkansas back into Oklahoma. But that's going to happen in the next couple hours. We're going to have an explosion of thunderstorms right down this little alley right here as that line encounters this jet. And we'll see some significant thunderstorms. So I'll be tracking thunderstorms all night. Oh, we actually did get a tornado warning just issued on that one that I said that doesn't look like it's a tornado. Well, the shape of that, based just in the reflectivity, kind of looks like a tornado. That's really close to the radar too, but it's not a bright couplet. .25. Maybe it is a tornado. Yeah, doesn't look that impressive to me yet. The reflectivity looks more impressive than the actual velocities in that one, but I could sit here all night and do that, so I'm going to end this video here now. I probably will sit here all night tracking these storms, but I'm not going to stay online because these aren't local storms. I go live for local storms.